The kingdom could see now. Every soul from the throne to the gutter knew the shape of it. The harvest, the trader, the green blades, the empire standing at the eastern door. But Ironveil had never learned the harder thing that comes after seeing. It had never once, in 100 years, learned how to stand together. And the thing marching out of the green door had never learned anything else. 4 kingdoms in one country, and an empire that was only ever one.
Viscount Lord Aldric, the court and I are agreed, and we are agreed quickly. The realm will not follow a frightened boy, and it will not follow a fled duke. It will follow you. Take the crown, be our war king, command all of it.
100 nobles, who had ignored him for 2 seasons, watched to see if he would kneel, or worse, in their private arithmetic, to see if he would finally, safely sit down.
Put it down, Your Grace, please, before someone in this room starts believing in it. A crown offered because you are afraid is a leash with jewels hung on it. I have cut enough leashes off this kingdom's neck to know one when it is handed to me.
He refuses the crown before the whole court. Does he understand the insult?
It is not an insult. You do not need one more man who owns this realm. You have had 100 years of men owning it. It made 4 kingdoms that hate each other. I will not be the 5th owner. I will be the first thing all 4 can stand behind.
He is right, and this room knows he is right, which is exactly why it is terrified. A knight you can crown is a knight you can also, one day, quietly behead. A knight who refuses the crown is a knight you can only follow or oppose openly.
And what are we meant to march under? A man's good opinion of himself.
Under something none of you can buy. That is the entire point of the exercise.
There is a particular cowardice in a court that buries its savior under a crown.
You just told a room full of gold. You will not be bought with the biggest coin there is. Half of them will love you for it. The other half will want you dead by dark. So what do we raise instead, boy? An army marches under something. Always has.
A banner, plain gray. No sigil, no house, nothing to marry into or purchase. The wall is already gray. The poor have nothing to put on a flag anyway, and gold cannot buy a standard with no face on it. It is the only one we can share.
They made the first 40 banners in a night, out of undyed wool cloth and cart canvas.
No crest at all, my lord. Every host I ever sewed for wanted a beast on it.
No beast, no crown. If someone asks what it means, tell them it means the person under it.
That is either the simplest thing I ever stitched, or the strangest.
It was both, and it was also the first flag in Ironveil's history that belonged to nobody, which is another way of saying it was the first that belonged to everyone.
It is working. Look at them, Aldric. Rampart men and capital men in one square, and no one has drawn steel. I have read every history in this city, all of them. This has never happened. Not once. Not in 300 years of records.
They are not here for a flag, Pell. Nobody ever came out for cloths. They are here because when the horn went up, he ran toward it instead of away. That is all a banner has ever been. One person's direction, and everyone who chose it.
There is no house on it, nothing to sponsor, nothing to put our mark beside. How exactly does a man of business buy influence with a flag that has no face?
He does not. That is the innovation. You will find it deeply uncomfortable.
And if we decline to fund a war we cannot put our name on, Lady Aloin.
Then the vulgar will put their name on your counting house within the season.
Gold learns unity last and pays for it first. It is the oldest rule in every war.
Gray, just gray. That is the color we bleed in. Nobody ever flew it on purpose.
That is precisely why he chose it. Someone finally noticed what color we were.
The gold marches under it too. The same cloth, the same flag as us.
The same cloth. And if one of them steps out of the line, you will tell him so.
40 years I waited for someone to say that sentence out loud in a yard.
The rampart had never once been asked to share anything except the dying.
Hear it plainly. For 100 years we were four things that never pulled one rope. A patient empire counted on exactly that, and the Duke sold them the map of it. He sold them our hatreds along with our swords. Both were profitable, both were ours. So tonight we do the one thing that man swore to them we never could. We march east as one, and we close the door that he opened for them.
No sigil flew over that host, only grey, and a corrupt realm forced at last to look up.
You refused it in front of all of them. Do you know what that does to me? They will say the boy could not even give away his crown to a man who wanted it.
They will say the boy kept it, which is what a king does, your grace. He keeps it.
Then what am I for, if you carry the war and the wall and the people's hope?
You are for afterwards. Somebody has to still be here when the fighting stops. I am a direction. You are a country. Do not confuse the two, and neither will they.
The gold levies camp uphill. The river folk camp downstream of everyone. Look at it.
They have arranged themselves into exactly the kingdom they came from. Habit is patient.
Then the flag is a lie until somebody makes the mix. Cloth does not do it by itself.
No, bleeding does it. And I would rather find a cheaper method before the rift.
There is no cheaper method. There never has been. Ask anyone from the wall.
She was 17, and she had already worked out what the court had missed for a century.
You, gold levy. You are in the third rank with the forge folk from now on.
My father funds this column. I will not stand in a line of freed slaves.
Then stand in a line of corpses, because that is what an unmixed company becomes. The vulgar hit the seam. If there is no seam, there is nothing for them to hit.
Third rank, fine. Third rank, but I want that written down somewhere.
She mixed every company in the host in 2 days, and half of them hated her for it.
The green tempering makes it hard. Hard is not strong, hard is brittle. Strike the flat above the fuller and it cracks. We built that floor in on purpose. You sabotaged them, chained under the city with the guards right there. Everyone we could. 11 years, it is the only war we were able to fight.
Then you have been fighting this longer than any of us. Teach it to every company.
The most valuable weapon in the Grey Host was 11 years of quiet sabotage by slaves.
Rampart riders, gold caravans, poor quarter levies, all in one column. It is holding, but every mile east, that green gets brighter. And the men have started to notice. The ones who never saw the rift are working out that it is not a fire.
It is not. It is a doorway, and they will need to understand that before we arrive. We are not marching to a battle. We are marching to a threshold someone propped open, and to the man standing on the far side of it, selling us by the crate.
I have never in my life eaten beside a man from the river quarter. Not once.
And I never ate at all, some winters, because of men who count like you do.
That is fair. That is entirely fair. I have no answer that is not an excuse.
Then pass the bread, and we will call it even until the fighting starts.
It was not friendship. Friendship takes years and better circumstances than a war road. But it was two people at one fire who would have been strangers a week before.
3 burned villages in a straight line, and all 3 sit on grain roads. They are not raiding Aldric. They are cutting the arteries in the correct order. Someone told them which roads feed the capital. Someone who knew the ledgers.
Harlan, he has been in their camp 4 days, and he has already earned his keep.
Then assume they know our route, our numbers, and our seams. All of it.
Then we give them the one thing he could not sell, something we have never been.
The village had not been sacked. Sacking is chaos, and chaos leaves a mess behind it. This had been dismantled, the forge taken, the grain taken, the people simply gone.
I have seen 100 raids, boy. Raids leave bodies. Where are the bodies?
There are none, they took them. Whatever this empire is, it does not waste.
Then they are not conquerors at all. Conquerors want the land and the people on it. This is what is left after somebody harvests a place. This is a field after reaping.
Ambush green steel on the left flank. Wall men, shield wall now. They have hit the seam between the gold levies and the forge folk. Of course they have.
That is the plan Harlan sold them. Split the banner on the very first day. Then there is no seam. Gray line close it. Every house one wall right now.
The Empire's plan was a century old and beautifully simple in its cruelty. Strike where strangers meet, and let a divided kingdom do its own breaking for you. But the strangers did not break. That was the thing nobody had thought to plan for. A gold merchant's son set his shield against a wall veteran's and did not step back. A freed slave with 11 years of forge burn guarded a courtier's open flank. The seam, the vulgar, came to split held like something that had been forged, not assembled.
Hold, you are not four things today. You are the line, and the line holds.
It was the first time in living memory the realm had been struck and had not come apart.
Second rank step through. Forge folk, low and hard, go for the knees, not the chest.
We made these blades. Hit the flat, not the edge, they crack at the fuller.
Gods, she is right, pass it down the line. Strike the flat, they crack.
11 years of chained labor turned out to be 11 years of studying the enemy's weapon. The forge folk knew where every green sword in that field was weakest because they had made them.
That is the ugliest gift anyone ever gave an army. Use it. Again, the flat.
They broke off. They actually broke off in good order without losing shape. Aldric ordered troops do not retreat from a mob. They retreat from an army. For the length of that fight, whatever else we are, we were one army.
Then that is what we tell every company tonight. Not that we won, that we were one.
Careful, boy. Say a thing like that too often and they will start believing it.
That is the entire idea, Mira. That has been the idea since the first gate. You carry our stolen swords. Who put the map of our weakness in your warlord's hand?
The Grey Lord already knows the name you want. He is not hiding from you. The tall Grey Lord out of your own gold city. He sits at Warlord Vornal's right hand. He has drawn your kingdom for us the way a butcher draws a hog, every line of it. You did not march to a battle night. You marched onto your own map.
It is a terrible thing to learn that the enemy knows your country better than your court does.
Harlan is not hiding from us. He is working for them. He has a post and duties. A man who owns a kingdom's every secret does not flee an enemy. He sells to it.
Then he is not a coward who ran, brother. That is what everyone keeps calling him. He is a weapon that changed hands, and we are the ones who made him.
Every year the court called the wall a supply line. It was sharpening him a little further. Harlan was not an accident of the kingdom. He was its most honest product.
Gold, wall, river, forge. All four in one tent, and I cannot tell them apart now. Blood does not come in house colors. It took an ambush to make anyone notice.
The forge woman pulled me out of the line. I did not ask her to. She just did.
You were in my rank, that is the whole of it. Nobody leaves my rank.
12 hours earlier, they would not have shared a fire. Now they shared a stretcher. That is how a banner actually gets made, and it is never as clean as the songs.
You held the seam today, every one of you. That is what they came to break. We held because the flag was there, my lord, and you were under it, not behind it. The flag has nothing on it. That is the only reason all of you could stand under it. Then put nothing on it forever, my lord. Nothing at all, ever, please.
He never did. 3 seasons of war, and that banner stayed blank, on purpose, always. It became the most recognizable standard in the kingdom's history, precisely by being empty.
The seam held Warlord, they did not split. The Grey Lord's map said they would. The map was accurate. The kingdom simply stopped being the thing on the map. That is rarer than you understand, officer. I have opened 40 hills, it is rare.
It is temporary. Fear makes strange bedfellows, and it makes them briefly.
You have been wrong about them twice this week, Grey Lord. Be careful of a third.
It was the first crack in the arrangement. Harlan did not notice it. Vornal did.
It has edges, Aldric. That is what has been bothering me for 3 days. Edges. Fires do not have edges. Storms do not have edges. Doors have edges. And it is not growing outward the way a wound does. It is being held at that size.
Held open by something on the other side that wants it exactly that wide.
Which means it can be made narrower. Which means, Aldric, it can be shut.
That single sentence, said by a nervous clerk on a cold ridge, decided the rest of the war. They came over the last ridge at dawn, and the whole host stopped without an order. Because the green was not a fire on the horizon, it never had been, it was a tear. A wound in the world the size of a city, held open, with machines moving inside it.
Those are not siege engines, Aldric. The shapes are wrong, they are digging.
Quarry engines, they are not invading a kingdom. They are working a seam.
For 100 years, Ironveil had fought what came out of that door and never seen the door.
So, the four-headed dog finally grew a single spine. How very late of it. It will not matter. I have opened softer hills than your kingdom, little banner. Your own Grey Lord handed me every seam of you, and he did not charge nearly enough.
Warlord, you did not come to conquer a realm. You came to open a door and mine it. And you bought our secrets to do it cheaply. That part ends at this rift.
Everything ends at this rift, knight. That is rather the function of a door.
Hello, Aldric. Still carrying that notched, ridiculous sword, I see. How consistent. You unmade me in a throne room. So I took my trade to a buyer who understands markets. They grasp that a kingdom is inventory. They pay better than a boy in an oversized crown.
You sold the wall, then the forges, then the throne, now the world behind that door. Is there a bottom to you, Harlan? Or does the selling simply go down forever?
There is a bottom. I have simply never had a reason to visit it.
Harlan, you said maps, you said gold and a safe exile in the east, you said trade. You did not say the door was, that there is something behind it that is looking back. What have you brought me to? Look at me and answer the question properly.
I brought you to the winning side, boy. Do try to keep your nerve about it. It is only the end of a world. There will be others afterward. There always are.
Malvain had followed the Grey Duke east to keep his chin up. The door took his chin away.
Listen to me, all of you. Gold, wall, court, poor, every one of you listen. We cannot win this by killing what comes through. What comes through is endless. The door is one. We take the rift, we shut it, and we do not stop for the man who knows how.
Then we finally fight the right war. Not for a story, not for a border, for the door.
For the door, Grey line forward, slowly together. Nobody outruns the banner.
It was the first order in Ironveil's history given to 4 peoples at once, as one people.
Come then, banner, break yourself on the door as the softer hills always do. I have all the world behind me, and behind the world I have the one who measures it.
And I have 4 kingdoms that learn to be won this week. Let us test the arithmetic.
The grey line went into the green light and did not come apart, which surprised everyone. It surprised the vulgar, it surprised the court. Most of all, it surprised the grey line.
Hold the banner. Whatever else falls today, that flag does not touch the ground.
The banner is at the rift. It is actually at the door, Aldric. The whole realm is watching. Every company, every levy, gold and wall and poor, all looking at one grey flag.
Then let it be the flag they remember. Not a crown, not a house, not a name. The day the strangers of Ironveil held the line at the end of the world. Together.
They wrote it that way afterwards, and for once the writing was very nearly accurate. 2 clerks and a noblewoman held a pole in the mud, and a kingdom decided what it was.
You are going to tell me how to close it, Harlan. That is the only thing left. 100 years of your secrets, and this is the one that actually matters. How does the door shut? Say it, and I will let a court decide about the rest of you.
Oh, Aldric, that is the secret, is it not? And it is the only thing keeping me breathing. You need me now more than the Boy King ever did. You need me more than gold does. Kill me and the door stays open forever. Is that not a fine leash? Jewels and all.
And there it was at last, the true shape of the war laid out under a green sky. Not a monster, not a duke, not even an empire, though the empire was real enough. A door at the end of the world, and something patient standing on the far side of it. An empire that had learned to hold that door open and quarry whatever lay beyond. And one trader who alone knew how to shut it, breathing only because he knew. The kingdom had spent a century learning to see, and 1 week learning to stand.
We held, that is all today was. We held, and we learned what we are standing in front of.
Held is not one, boy. In 40 years, I never once heard a song about holding.
Then this will be the first, because holding is what nobody thought we could do.
And tomorrow, he will not simply hand you the way to close it, Aldric. Not ever.
No, he will not. So tomorrow we learn the last and hardest thing of all.
How to close a door the whole world was pouring through, with the only key on the wrong side. That night the host camped within sight of the door, which nobody had ever done before. The rampart had spent 100 years keeping its back to that horizon on purpose.
My grandfather told me the East was where the world ended. He was not wrong.
The world does not end there. It just stops being ours and becomes somebody's mine.
Sleep, both of you. Philosophy is for men who are not marching in the morning.
4 kinds of stranger slept in one camp badly and woke up as the same army.
You gave away a crown this week and took something heavier without noticing. A crown can be set down, Aldric. A direction cannot. They follow where you face.
I know. I worked that out somewhere around the second burned village.
Then face carefully, because whatever is behind that door, they will follow you into it.
That is what frightens me, not the door, the fact that they would all come.
It is the only fear he ever admitted out loud, and he admitted it exactly once.
A blank flag. 30 years of ledgers, and the boy beats me with an empty banner. There is nothing on it to buy, nothing to marry, nothing at all to threaten. It is the single most inconvenient object I have ever encountered in commerce.
He had spent his life finding the price of things. The banner did not have one. That was the first night Duke Harlan Grey did not sleep well, and he noticed it. A man who deals in prices grows uneasy the day he meets something genuinely unpriced.
Form up, all 4. 1 line, 1 flag, 1 direction, and no house before another. Whatever waits on the far side of that door has watched us bleed for 100 years. Today it finds out what we look like when we stop bleeding separately.
Gray line, advance. Keep your ranks mixed and your shields touching.
The war for a story had become a war for a border, and then a war for the kingdom. At dawn on that ash plain it became, at last, the war for the door itself.